Hi, I'm Megan. This is my husband Billy. We met on eHarmony. These are our children, Michael and Lydia. And these are my siblings, Jacob and Zoe. We aren't your typical family, but together we have lots of fun. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about stepfamily stressors. So, like everyone, it's a common thing that comes with stepfamily dynamics is the stressors. And is the stressors worth stressing about? So a couple weeks ago, I was sitting down and I wrote 5 of the top stressors in my stepfamily dynamic. Now, not all stepfamilies have the same stressors. Some of them we have very common ones. Some of us, we don't experience that, so we're not really sure how we would handle that. So out of the 5, I'm going to talk about 2 of them that are the top stressors for me. So one of the things when we're going to go back a little bit. So when I was a kid, I remember my parents fighting me tooth and nail to eat vegetables, which is kind of crazy now looking at my life because I love vegetables. In fact, on Sunday while we were in church, I was craving spinach. I really just wanted to take a leaf of spinach and sit there and eat it in church. So it's kind of crazy to see how far I've come. At the same time, I am an adult, and if I choose not to eat my veggies, who's gonna police me? So I remember that struggle being so real whenever I was a child and just getting so fed up with it. The older I get, the more I realize, dude, my parents could have so put some salt and pepper on there and I probably would have eaten it. I have found that there's vegetables I love cooked a certain way and vegetables I don't. For instance, cooked spinach is disgusting. I tried it the other day and I just do not like it. Now, if it's lightly steamed where it still has somewhat of a crunch, I can eat that. But full on legit cooked, forget it. So, one of the big things I say as a stepmom is I nagged and got on the kids about their vegetables and their fruit and eating good. And I would say it became like my top stressor. How do I get my kids to love vegetables? How do I get my kids? I mean, I would try anything. Like, let's put, wanting to do like a taste test on all vegetables. No, nothing. They would just waterboard me and that was it. Well, one day I was driving and I don't remember where I was at or where I was going, but I just had this epiphany. And I asked myself, why is it my responsibility as the stepmom to make sure that my kids are eating their fruits and vegetables? Why does my time with them every weekend have to be such a nag to get them to try new foods, to eat different things, to eat good things? Why is that my responsibility? And so I stepped back. That became one of those things that, you know what, this isn't worth it. And so as a stepmom, I stepped back and thought, you know what? It's not my responsibility. I came in later in their life. I wasn't there from the beginning. So, you know what? I'm done fighting them. Another thing with the food stressor is I can just lead by example. I can have lots of fruits and vegetables in the house. They can see me eating them. And just lead by example. Now, of course, they're not going to be like, well, if she's going to offer me chicken nuggets, I'm going to take the chicken nuggets. But we have switched to alternative things, and you know what? It's not worth the fight. Now, with the summer coming, I honestly am not sure exactly how we're going to handle this because there's been a huge shift in our home. And so I'm not really sure how we are going to do the whole food thing. I feel like there are going to be nights where we're going to, want to go out and stuff like that. So, but I feel like there's going to be a lot less processed food in this house this summer. So stay tuned for a video on that. But anyway, so that became one of my stressors. My big thing was, is this worth it? It's not. It's not worth me panicking, worrying, whatever. If it's not something that was hardcore, a value to the parents that birthed this child, that are raising this child, then why is it such a big deal to me? And some people could say, what the? But you know what? When your time with your stepkids is a fight after fight after fight after fight, and you don't have them majority of the time, then it's not worth it. If it's something that we can buckle down for 2 weeks and then just fight it out and then we're good, great. In my family, that's not how it works. My kids would go without eating all weekend long. So with that said, it just got to the point where I was like, you know what? I'm done. On top of that, another thing for us is the foods that they choose to eat. Now, of course, they're kids, they're teenagers, they're going to eat the biggest crap in the world and not care. And so for us, that's been a transition to where we have stopped buying certain things. So I feel like as far as the big stressor of fighting fruits and vegetables, no, I've let it go. You know what? Why am I going to stress myself out every weekend? Why am I going to get mad? Why am I going to raise my voice? All that. It's not worth it. You know what? If it's not a top priority for the parents, it's not a top priority for me. So, with that said, if you have that as one of your big family stressors that you just cannot get rid of, here's the tip. Stop buying the stuff. If there's something that they hardcore love, stop buying it. For instance, teenagers are obsessed with soda. Now, I am one that I'll admit I was a Dr. Pepper addict, and so if I was drinking a lot of Dr. Pepper, why couldn't my kids have Dr. Pepper? But I'm going to tell you hardcore now, sodas don't come into the house very regularly. When they do come in, it is a treat. So one way that you can kind of transition them in is to stop buying. So for instance, a lot of the times I go to the grocery store now, it's a lot of fruits and vegetables where if my kids are hungry, they're gonna eat it. And that's going to be a major shift this summer. This summer we're going to do a lot less processed food and a lot more home-cooked, home resource food. And so I have a feeling that's going to rock some worlds this summer. But it's one of those things, unless you have the money to go buy it, then it's not coming into the house. Now, I'm not going to say we're going to be perfect because I know there's going to be Whataburger nights. I know there's going to be pizza nights. But there is a way of doing it to where it's not as it normally is or as bad as it normally is. So this summer is a huge transition, and that's something that can be for you in your home too. You know what? If your kid's always eating Coke and always eating crackers and always eating chips and stuff, which I will admit is a huge weakness of mine, stop buying it. You're the one in control of the spending. You're the one who goes to the grocery store. If you're one of those people that you find you buy impulse stuff, or when you're with the kids, you buy impulse stuff when you're at the store. Places like H-E-B, Walmart, Kroger. I'm pretty sure up north there's other ones. But all these places do curbside now. Or do order, like I think it's called like Walmart pickup or whatever. Several people do that to where you can like get it. You put it in your cart, you pay for it, you go and you pick it up, and it keeps you from going in the store if you're one of those people that you like to impulse buy, which I'll admit, hands down, I'm an impulse buyer. I have found that I have been a little bit better the last couple trips that I've made because I feel so proud of myself when the cart is super full and I've just gotten out of the veggie fruit area and my cart's already super full. So that does make me prouder because I'm like, yes, I'm doing what I need to do for my family. So that is one of probably my biggest stressors that I had to let go of. And so one of the things is if you don't want to go out all the time, you're the one in control of the pocketbook. You can plan snacks before you go out if you think you're going to be late. Even if you think that, okay, we're going to the park and we're going to be done at this time and so we can come home, go ahead and pack some snacks. You never know what's going to happen. So that is my big advice for stepfamily stressors. And keep watching because I'm going to kind of dive in a little by little into those stepfamily stressors and talk about them one by one because I don't want to make an overwhelming video. Anyway, thanks guys. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.